Hi guys, just thought I'd give you a quick rundown on my thoughts and impressions on the Motoz Tractionator Desert HT. I've had them on front and rear, done about 350 k's of my TE300. So yeah, just thought I'd give you my thoughts and impressions so far. Okay, so on the back we've got the Motoz Tractionator 140/80/18, which is, as mentioned earlier, is a DOT approved tyre, which has the marking on there. And on the front, we have the corresponding Tractionator Desert HT. Decided to go with the 90/100, just to give that slightly more sidewall. Never run one before. By all accounts, they're good, so I thought I'd give it a try and see how we go. And as the rear, DOT approved as well. So as mentioned earlier, most of my riding's either on either sand or hard pack, so I thought to try and find a tyre that can actually deal with both. By all accounts, that's what these do. So initial thoughts, yeah, quite a chunky tread on the rear. I think the concept I've gone for was still got your sand paddle type tread pattern through these blocks, but then to also allow for more of that hard pack, you've got a lot of these fill-in blocks to still give you more rubber on road when it is hard pack, so you're not just relying on these to get ripped apart on the hard. Overall, I'll actually say I'm really impressed on the sand with these tyres. I've sort of been running them sort of between 10 and 12 psi on the sand, noticeably compared to Sunspike still with the Metzeler's on the rear. These just hook up and drive on the sand. There's no stepping out sideways at all, coming off the sandy berms or corners. They just seem to really grip and hook up. Haven't really tried them on any rocky terrain. I'm not sure if you can see on here, but notice even on some of the, if there's been some harder stuff in the sand, they're just starting to get little cuts in them, which can sort of tell me they may not hook up that well on sort of wet rock, and they may be a little bit slippery on that, but I haven't actually tried them. But there's still reasonable amount of flex in the rubber, noticeably harder than the Metzeler tyres, but they weren't suited for what I really ride. But overall, 350 k's on these so far, and yeah, they're really good. Now onto the front. I didn't really know what to expect with this compared to what I have. There's a lot of rubber on here, quite deep tread blocks, different to normal. You've got your main in the middle, but then these fill-in ones on the side. You can obviously see the wear on it. Like I said, 350 k's, and there's still got the little original dimples in the on the rubber. I would say with this tyre, I'd have to say on the sand, it's confidence inspiring. Coming a bit hot into berms, corners, you just lean it in and it just grips. There's no really no front end push for riding the same as I was on previous tyres. Yeah, it grips. Your front end wasn't pushing or washing out. Yeah, it just sort of gave you a lot of confidence really quick that it was gripping in that loose stuff. Again, haven't really tried it in any real rocky kind of terrain, but the higher sidewall, so hopefully that gives a bit of forgiveness for rocks, and just a generally bigger tyre and footprint on the sand. That could also be helping that it tends to stay and sit up on top rather than digging in. I haven't noticed it myself, since I haven't really been on any real tight single track since I've had this on the front, but from what I've heard, being a slightly taller tyre, it tends to obviously lift the front of the bike slightly. So if you start to experience issues where you can't quite turn it in as tight as well as you did previously, just push the forks up through the triple clamps a little bit to sort of lower the front end down to the back, where it used to be. That's all that's needed to get it to turn in again. But I haven't really seen that issue, so haven't had the need to push them through. They're still sitting exactly as out of the factory.